Hi, everybody.
Howdy.
Howdy, Kevin.
Howdy, partner.
I know. Look at us.
And then
It's
there were two.
just the two of us. We can make it if we try. All
Oh,
right. So, yes, it's both of us on the little clouds. This is the dream stream, guys. I see that we got, I don't know, everybody's putting good stuff in there. We've been starring everybody's questions. Debbie will be here, but a little late, possibly. And JJ is in Sedona. So, we, whatever aspects of your dreams, anything, it doesn't have to be the whole dream. Any dream questions you have, put them in all caps. We'll star them and get to them in no particular order, and see what's going on and do some interpretations for you guys and some mediumship, all that good stuff. How you doing, Kev?
I'm great. I'm just messaging JJ because she sent a picture. I'm going to ask if we can show where she's at.
Oh yeah, right on. Oh, there's Debbie. Hi, Debbie.
Hello.
Good to
Hi,
see
Deb.
you.
I made it.
You made it. Welcome.
Glad you made it.
Hi,
And
everyone.
and after seeing you, you reminded me of the last rule, and that's if you guys put a question in, you got to stick around because Mama Debbie gets angry. Or at least disappointed, not angry.
Hard to make me mad unless there's injustice.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started. So anyway, let's yeah, what's going on with you, Debbie?
Well, I am streaming now to my, hold on a second, hold that thought. I'm going to stream to my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking forward today because I actually had, just before waking up, I had a dream experience and I thought, oh, I think that's interesting. So,
Okay.
looking forward to today.
Nice.
I like it. I do. All right. And Kevin, I don't know if I cut you off. Did you have anything you wanted to throw out there about how you're
I don't
doing?
know. I can't remember what I was saying. No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Good in the hood. JJ, if you hear me, if you can hear me, can I share your picture? Because look at the amount of crystals in that room.
I've been there. I've
Oh,
been
have you?
in that
That's
room.
awesome.
That room, and that is the real deal. Like it is like the power in that
I
room.
can't imagine how much energy is in there. Jeez.
Well, you know what's interesting? It looks familiar to me.
Oh, interesting.
I've not been there, but it looks really familiar. Like the fireplace, the carpet, not the furniture as much, but and this is in Sedona. That's interesting. Yes, I can. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Oops. I see this.
Yep. Zoom in on that back area where that. Zoom in on that big Yeah.
On the big mama.
On the big mama.
That's actually maybe I'll do it this way. Oh yeah. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is unreal.
Mm-hmm.
That's magnificent.
Sandra in Connecticut said, "Is she at the Crystal Cave?"
No, she's she's in Sedona.
So cool.
It's good to see everybody in chat. We got Ness and Delma, RDA, JJ, of course, Unique One, Dava, Janet, hi, Sandra, Kevin, Loving Vibrations is in there. Hi, Kev.
Hi, everyone.
It's
Yeah,
so
good
good
to see you
to be together today.
What's that, Tim?
Son, it's great to see everybody here today. Sandra, yes, the Crystal Cave store is in Sedona, but she's at that's currently her bedroom right now, that little space, her friend's house. But I've been there. We had a retreat there way back in the day. Gosh,
Nice.
JJ, that must have been about almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
That's wild.
Wild, time flies. Okay. 9 years ago. Anyways, a long time ago. Ooh, it's 1:11.
Nice. Do you want to start with your dream? I'm curious.
I
Okay.
am too.
Yeah.
It is interesting, and
I can feel it.
if some of you saw what I posted on my community page, it was spurred on by this dream.
Yeah.
And okay, so here we go. In the dream, I was somewhere. I have no idea. But it was a beautiful place. It feels mountainous, but I don't know that that matters. I don't know that it matters where I was. I was out in the yard, and they had like the zip line pulley thing, and this character, like something they had created, they built, and it was like this little cartoon type of character, for fun, I guess, and it would pulley down. And so I'm there and I'm watching this pulley down, and the way I perceive it and I see it, I see it as alive. Like I recognize the energy in it, and it's animated, and I say hello, hi, and it's like someone recognizes that I'm actually alive and real. And so it waves back, and then it goes up, and then I start walking up, and I thought, oh, and I start walking up, and then the next thing happens, and this balloon comes, and I watch this balloon, and it gets really huge and morphs into like an elephant. And I'm like, oh, cool. So I knew all this was like metaphysical stuff. And I'm like, this is really, really cool. And no one else seems to be seeing this, but I'm seeing this. And it was really cool. And so I watch it turn into this elephant, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna, if this, it's gonna make a big noise or whatever. So then all of a sudden it disappears. I don't remember the noise, but it disappears, and through the smoke of it, there's a man, and it's a ghost, like like it had materialized right there, like a full on, what do you call that when someone
Apparition?
They materialize, like a spirit materializes in front of it.
Materialization, yeah.
But there's a word for it.
It's not apparition?
Manifest? No. I think it's called materialization. If it's through someone else, it can be transfiguration, but the materialization,
so full embodiment,
yeah,
of a person, and it where, you know, before, when I see in my mind's eye, I can visualize. I mean, I can see them like a video, but to have a full life apparition or whatever in front of me, it was solid, but it's still see through. And I'm like, oh, hello, and he comes up to me, and I go, hi, it's so nice to to meet you, whatever. He was coming towards me, and like, it's so nice to meet you. And he took my hand, and you guys, the feeling of his hand, I could feel his hand, and the light, when it touched me, it became like electricity and light in my hand. And I'm like, you know, this is since, like, I mean, maybe when I was a child, but as an adult, to have a full on apparition or solid in front of me, in my not in my mind's eye, but right here. It was really cool. And he said, I'm so glad I finally got to you. I have your message is important, and we are so grateful that to you for getting this message out and for what you do. And well, anyways, he said, first of all, he said, hi, my name is Armando Rodriguez. But he said it in, my name is Armando Rodriguez. It was very big accent. And I'm like, hi, Armando. It's so nice to meet you. And so then he tells me about the importance of this message. He said the way you speak to suicide is very important. And so if you guys saw on my community page today, if you haven't, check it out. That's what spurred that on. And I said, it's something about that connection with him. And I just said, to him, you're such a beautiful soul, and so wonderful to connect to you. And then he was gone. And then I went upstairs, and I was so excited to share with people. You guys, I just had my first
interaction
with a physical apparition or whatever. And I had a different word for it. I can't remember the word now. It's so weird. Anyway, and no one seemed to be very interested in that. I was very excited. And then I had these, you know how we do goodie bags at the retreats and stuff? I'm like, I have all these goodie bags. I need to get down to the place, but I need help getting them all down, and they need to stay in order because their names on them and stuff like that. And no one seemed to be able to help me get that done. And anyways, I don't know that has anything to do with the dream, but it was something that I had to do on my own, and I couldn't get help. Sierra and her partner were in the pool. They're like, well, we're in the pool right now. It's okay if we're late to the party or wherever we were going. And I'm like, no, it's not. I need these things here for me. I need to get there and like that. And so anyway,
wow.
So when I woke up, I looked up Armando Rodriguez, of course. And Armando Rodriguez was a journalist in Mexico. Oh. And he was killed in 2008, I think, 2008 or 9. He was murdered. He was a highly recognized reporter reporting on these big murders and stuff going on there. 2008, yes, yeah. And he was a journalist. And wow. I looked up his picture, and you guys, and I'm going to start crying. That was him.
Wow.
It was
and
him.
You had this dream when?
This morning.
That's crazy because you had that trip to Mexico.
I know. I just got back from Mexico.
Yeah, it's like
to start this all off, you guys. Last night at 1:30, our fire alarm went off. It wasn't the beep beep to change the battery. It went off, and it triggered all the fire alarms at 1:30. Like it, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Poor Luna. And so we're up and trying to figure out what's going on. There's no fire. And, it stops. Go back to bed. And then it goes off again. And I'm like, I'm supposed to pay attention. I felt like I needed to pay attention, but I didn't know what for. And then I had that dream. But I did get up and I did change the battery anyway, but it didn't, it doesn't, it doesn't need a battery change. I just changed the freaking batteries not too long ago. Anyway, it was something about getting my attention. I don't know. And so then, and I felt like I needed to pay attention. And then I had that dream.
Mm.
Anyway,
I love that all your little clairs were being used for all of that, because it's like you stepped out of the reality in the dream and went off into, okay, apparently I need to be doing these other things right now that these other people aren't picking up on. So let me go here, you know?
Oh, interesting, Lisa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I felt an urgency, and everybody's like, no, it's okay.
Right. They're like, it's good. And you're like, no, there's a
No,
purpose.
now, today, right now.
Yeah. I need to take care of this.
And so
and if you hadn't, you probably would have had another dream, because he wanted.
Right. And I got to take his hand, guys. I still can, it was such a different feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and so then and maybe I wouldn't have sat and written that this morning and taken the time to do all that.
I have to look at your page. I don't even know what you're talking about. So.
Oh, okay. So I wrote a thing.
I'll have to look at it. That's cool. That's really cool.
So, yes, 222, Terry. Anyway, so that was my dream experience.
Thanks for sharing that. My goodness.
He reached out knowing that I would listen. Yeah.
What do you think, Kevin?
After a fire alarm.
Yeah. What do I feel in it?
Yes.
I think there's more, Debbie.
I
think there's more to kind of discover in it, and being a little bit mindful, just knowing other pieces that were leading up to that. I'm feeling some connection in that. And then the part about the handing out of the goodie bags stand out to me. There's something in that gesture, and I pulled one card from a new deck, and it's I'm in love with this deck. It's the Healing Heart Oracle.
I love that.
And so in connection, if you can just connect to like your life, if you will, it's the 22 card, which is curious in that. And it's the cautious heart and having enough wisdom to get back up, and that handing over of that. And just the gesture of you being in this continuation of him holding your hand and you feeling that in a visceral, like physical way, and then that continuation of it. And I think there's inspiration of the normalization of what you've been inspired, even just in that moment, to share around the suicide, because it's very relatable and it's very prevalent right now. Not getting too deep into it, but a lot of the readings that I have been doing, so many of them, Spirit, that are reaching out are have left through suicide. And so the normalization around the conversation is really important, and it's difficult, and it can be triggering and challenging and upsetting and all of that. So obviously acknowledging that part, but there's lots of inspiration under here. And then I think I just get this to be continued energy. And so your part in this, yes, very important.
So very interesting too, Kevin. I just want to piggyback on something you said was the normalization of talking about suicide. 100% was part of the message today. And that not to hold back on saying suicide. This is, you know what I mean? So, and to talk about it, because because it can't be in the shadows, because it's something that it likes to draw you into the shadow, right? And make you feel you're alone. And so, because
I think that's representation of that balloon getting bigger too. That's that pressure.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah.
The pressure that you feel when that's coming up on you. It's a very serious feeling. And and for you to reach that point where you were able to touch him, that tangible touch. And when you were talking, when Kevin was talking about the passing out, divvying out of the goodies, that is spilling over into what you do now, the places you're going, the services you're providing, people in the community. I think it's like a gateway opening up for you, saying, you're a conduit, basically, to reach out to everybody, and not just with the suicide issues, but anything that's, not to be spoken of, because things need to be out there, and don't let that balloon keep getting larger to where it just bursts. You got to get it reeled in a little bit, get under control. And it's okay to talk about these things,
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Can you read that post for us, Debbie?
Sure.
And thank you, Unique One. So kind of you.
Okay. So the post is, remember, hope is a beacon that guides us through the darkest times. You are enough. You are loved. And your presence in this world matters. You matter. If you ever feel suicidal, please know that help is available. Take these steps. 1, reach out to a trusted friend or family member. 2, contact a mental health professional or counselor. 3, call a suicide prevention hotline. Text or call 988 for immediate support. Your life is precious. And there are people who care about you and want to help you through this. You are not alone, and you matter more than you know. I love you, Debbie.
It's nice. It's beautiful.
Oh, Carol, see, it's a thing right now. It's a big deal, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cor. She posted the hotline number. All right. So, yeah.
I just kind of want to sit with that for a minute.
I know,
it's kind of hard to move on. Thank you so much for sharing that. My gosh.
And it's so funny. The card was 22 and it was 2222 on the timing of this video.
Oh, wow.
The numbers are always such a clear sign.
I love 20.
Thanks for doing that, Debbie.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see what everybody else has going on here.
What? Breathe.
This is in no particular order, so let's see. If you all see anything that's kind of calling to you, let me know for sure. I'm doing that thing where I'm having a hard time seeing the screen too.
So, yeah.
Can I choose one?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go with this one. Unique One. I love the name. Hi, Kevin. My ex-husband passed 3 years ago, and he is in my dreams weekly. Wow. Had a riff with my kids over his passing. Does he have a message for me? Interesting.
So today's theme is the dreams stream, Carol, but kind of taking all the questions.
Yeah, it feels like that. We're gonna
just take all the questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unique One, do you understand the name Ron? The name Ron and then something to do with the heart. I don't know if that's connected to your husband, ex-husband. I'm getting quite anxious.
Well, first I just want to touch on that you have visitations from him weekly. That shows that he's still like working with you. like,
Mhm.
like there's this unity. So that's good.
Mm.
And the one bizarre thing that I'm getting over here, I'm getting something about a puppy. I don't know if there's anything about a puppy in this, in the family, a puppy. I do feel like, because I do have one card, it says your spirit guide can lead you, but can't do it for you. I think that, I think he definitely can sense the tension that is going on around you with everybody. And you know, what's the saying? It's harder on everybody who's left behind when somebody passes. It feels like he is really definitely, me piggybacking off of Debbie here, really trying to reach out to you to let you know that, you know, he's still part of the family. He's there to help assist and, with the, I guess, a breakdown in communication, lots of frustration.
She
It
said,
almost,
Lisa, I took his dog.
Mm.
okay, all right, cool. It feels like, I don't know if when he was passing, maybe, I'm just throwing this out here. It almost feels like maybe not everything about what he was going through at the time was communicated to the kids, maybe.
Mm.
And maybe that caused a little bit of what this tension is. I'm not certain on that, but I'll let you guys step in on the rest of it.
I am aware of the R name male that is connecting or wanting to make connection with you in the spirit. So I get taken to your dad's side. There's something around the heart. I got quite anxious in the energy that's earthbound here. The 17th of the month is significant. And then interesting cards just in the energy. First of all, just what you were talking about the home, there's no place like home. So that energy of just what that meant to him. And I got the going forward card and the set boundaries card, claiming your power and knowing your value today. And I think this reaches out to the children where it's like, you know, always in connection, but being able to healthfully unattach from people, regardless of the relationship, is healthy. And so I feel that there's a mindfulness of what transpired, of course, from the spirit side, and that they don't have judgment in it. So, you know, it's unfortunate that sometimes things come to the surface that are challenging. So there's no judgment. They don't, spirit won't place there like, oh, this person's right, this person's wrong in that. It's for us to, you know, sometimes dig deeper. And so, Lisa, did you say something about the communication? Or did
Yes.
I? Yeah, the communication is what he's bringing my attention to. Is you know, we're able to move through the most difficult of upset through the communication. And so that's the energy that he's, you know, bringing for everybody in that harmonizing. So I'm sorry for your loss, unique one. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sorry.
And those visitations, yeah, weekly. Wow.
Love the
thank-
invitations for you.
And thank you, Linda, for
Linda G, thank you. So kind.
Thanks, Linda.
Love you, Linda. So the one message that was coming through pretty strong for you in regard to this situation is that that's so weird. Okay. I wrote it down while you were talking so I'd remember, but it's written under the word gateway. Interesting.
Oh.
Anyway, grief is complicated. Seen it play out in very, very strong ways, and you're experiencing some displaced anger and blame, and I feel as though one of the things, he's wrapping you up in a blanket, trying to protect you from that the best he can from the other side, because it's not on you. It's not your, you know what I mean? You're kind of, he's showing me a little bit of a victim in this, so, or a lot of a victim of this. But again, grief is complicated. It's going to play out. I do see it dissipating, but it may take a little bit. This anger and blame and coming to understanding. But he's with you. And that's why he continues to connect in.
And I'm chuckling because this was the top card.
Wait. Oh my gosh.
With the unicorn. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Hugging you, unique one.
Yes, unique one.
Yeah.
Debbie, you want to pick one?
Oh, sure. All right. Hi, Ness.
Hi, Ness.
Rapid fire.
Done.
I always say it's a slow burn because it's never rapid fire.
Yeah.
I don't have a specific dream, but I have been more than a dozen mini dreams, and I've been having more than a dozen mini dreams at night. They feel like mini life reviews.
Oh.
You know, any clue in what is happening? It's been happening for over a week. They're making me aware of the planets right now, but of course they kind of do that with you anyways, Ness. However, they're making me aware of the shifting and the pulling things out from underneath the rocks and releasing, not only for this life but past lives, and opening up healing timelines. And so it's like getting it done. It's like, okay, I need to get this done. I need to fast track some of this. And so it's happening in your time where you are in the in-between when you're sleeping.
That's so great. I wrote down, I don't know if you saw that. I wrote down something. I wrote down life review, and then I heard balancing act above that. And then I pulled a card, and it's the balance card. And so I really feel it's that because they're breaking it up, they're showing me that that's creating balance versus this like big one singular dream part. So there's an aspect of balance for you in this Ness. I don't know the context of it, but you do, they're saying. Something around choices, something around choices in this for you, but a balance in what you're creating.
Ooh, what you're creating. I like that.
Over here, it's almost like metaphorically, it's like a chipping away at something, really to get to the center of something. You know, like you guys said, I mean, we're on the heels of, you know, we just had the eclipse and all this stuff, and just really trying to, it feels like you're headed in a certain kind of direction. I love the card that I got for you. It does relate to healing. It says heal the past and fix tomorrow.
Ooh, so that's exactly what.
So I think that's spot on with what's going on here with both of you are saying too. It's very purposeful. It's just like, you know, be present in it, pay attention to it, write stuff down, and you're very, you know, tapped in. So you'll be able to really use this as a tool for yourself. I think you might actually have some fun with it too. Is what I'm thinking.
Ooh. And Liz wants to know if we are still in retrograde.
Yeah, I think it's another week.
Oh, okay, so that speaks to review, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I read the card underneath that balancing is there's an aspect of self-care in that as well. Ness there for you. Yes.
So thank you, Ness. Was that rapid enough? That was pretty quick.
Rapid.
Look at us.
Did we pass the test?
I know.
There's just a general question from Mercury Angel. So just around, I think a lot of people are having this where sometimes it's to help our subconscious and our conscious just really work through things. So sometimes there's really great meaning in it. Sometimes there's just the visitation. So when our loved ones come in, it's an extension of the visitation because we get out of the way enough that they can be in that communication. So I love it when my loved ones pop in through the dream state to say hello and be in that. And it's
such a treat. Yeah,
it is such a treat. It really is. Yeah,
such a treat.
Yeah. So,
thank you, James.
Thanks, James.
Yes, thank you, James.
So kind of you.
All right.
And Lisa, do you have your PayPal underneath your channel?
I do. I have all of the options in my description on my channel. So
yeah,
hit me up, guys.
We'll leave it at that.
If you feel like you want to do that, go for it.
Yeah,
it will be greatly appreciated. Let's see. Is JJ still around, or was she just sharing the Sedona?
Her Wi-Fi zonked out or something.
Okay. All right. Well, let me find somebody else here.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott. Nice to see you. So many lovely people on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
144 of you.
I keep seeing the numbers.
I know, me too.
They're real today.
Very cool.
The numbers are real today.
And you know, the root of 144 is 12, so you got 12, 12.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Good to know.
All right, so Sandra in Connecticut, how you doing? So she says, when do you see my daughter ending her silent treatment towards me? Well, that's not really a dream, is it? I couldn't see. I've told you guys, I cannot see. I cannot see.
That's tough, Sandra.
That is tough.
My goodness. I feel it's partly in that messaging of husband. I don't think we knew his name, but that came through with the children in that and being brought back to that reading. So maybe something in that energy resonated with you. Oh, that's interesting. I'll just go with it because I got the listening card, and I got on the right path. And I think that's it, that recognition. They want me to go back to the part about where we're in the connection, but we can unattach. And sometimes, forcing or pressing or just wanting so much for it to be different, it takes us out of this moment. And so, listening, Lisa and I were just talking about this before we went live, just that space of listening, and then the energy of being on the right path. It's like this feeling of be gentle on yourself, Sandra, not to question or challenge your decisions and your choices and your part in this. And it's, there's always something for us to be responsible for when there's upset, and in that, I feel like the energy is shifting, that things feel that they will change back to that communication. That's it. It's the communication. And sometimes when we don't, I got the abundance card. So it does feel good. And so I do feel the energy of this is shifting, some self-awareness on the other person involved here. Mm-hmm. And so just putting that energy of abundance into what they need to work through in order to be back in that receive and their part in the listening as well, Sandra. So model it, teach it, be that stand for when we're in that demonstration, which I know you are, that can encourage, accelerate the other person's part in the coming together. So that's what I'm getting.
I like that you said the word teach because my card says life lessons again.
Oh, yeah, big stuff. My
Big
God.
stuff, big stuff. Yeah.
You guys, we're
So
all
it's almost like it's circular, whatever this is. It's something, it's like every so often, like, here we go. Here we go. It's the carousel you can't effing get off of. And I actually went with the pendulum. I tried to fire a couple little questions to it, and I got something about something happening around a 3-month period.
Oh,
And it feels like, and that could, it could be 3 weeks, it could be 3 months. I mean, but it seemed like it was 3 months over here. It does feel like somebody needs to make a move, but everybody's at a stalemate. Nobody's moving is what's happening. But yes, life lessons again, teaching experience, learning experience, be open with that communication, and try not to judge, although it seems like that could be tough. But that's what I'm getting.
wow. I love that. Thank you, Karen. So kind of you.
Thank you, Karen. So there was some big wounding happening here. But again, Sandra, this is some big life lessons, big learning, big awakening.
Yeah.
And then a coming back together even stronger and more connection in the end. But here we go. You have temperance and justice coming in. This is big energy surrounding the hurt. Okay. So this, and then you're stepping into that where you both kind of went separate, coming into more enlightenment and awakening here and understanding. It's very complicated. There's some this is very complicated feelings, or it really triggered. There's some triggers here and some displacement of where it really belongs, but there's an awareness coming. I want you to know that the two of you are going to be back as strong as ever, doing life, going at life, that chariot, the two of you coming back together. And the Lovers and the Two of Cups. You are soul connected, and that's not going anywhere, and it's going to come back as strong as ever. You got all the twos. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So I am sorry for this season. It will pass. And I know you want to know when. I was not given that, but divine timing, and yeah. You love him. You love her.
Blessings to you, Sandra. We're going to pretend that was a dream. So thank you. Sorry, guys. I told you I can't see. So
you're fine.
All right. You all.
I think it's Kevin's turn.
Oh, is it my turn? All right. Yep. Hi, Gigi. Hi, Terry. Everybody.
Hi, Terry. Oh, Sandy says it good. Redo on old karmic energy. Thank you, Sandy.
Okay.
Sometimes coming around. Coming around. Here we go.
Yeah. And the ability to change and change that in this lifetime. None of this like, oh, it's a part of it, and for this lifetime, it's like, no, we get to move through that, which is powerful. I'm not reading this, but let's go with this one. Hi, Kevin. I am waiting in my hospital with a failing right hip replacement. You saw that all would be well and pulled the success and health card last year for me. Oh, that's wonderful. Continued. Nice. Yeah, well, that's good. Okay, so I should have maybe read that, but I didn't. Where are we going here? This is a dream one. Music R and Diana, Kevin and Lisa and Debbie. I dreamed that I was moving from my place and there were Christmas decorations around. What does that mean, literally or figuratively? I have no real plans of moving, but I'm open. Oh.
Ooh, I just got to hit right off with that one.
Ooh, go.
Just with Christmas being at the end of the year, just symbolically that's the end of something, the beginning of a new year. So, I mean, that's exactly what I'm feeling with that. It feels like it's not necessarily physical movement. It could be spiritual. It could be emotional. It could be all kinds of stuff. If it could even be something you don't even know about yet. It could be a premonition of your own, but it's being presented to you in a symbolic way for you to understand is what I'm feeling with that. But yeah, that's what I've got. Let me see the card I get though.
I love this, and I'll make sense of this card in a minute, which instantly I got the, like we put this energy of celebration to like certain times. And so I feel the energy of like, why wait till tomorrow or wait till Christmas
Nice
for the celebration? And then the card that I pulled, and I when I say I love this deck, this Healing Heart Oracle deck. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's the remorseful heart card. So I think it actually is speaking to that forgive and move ahead. So it's like not waiting till tomorrow to be in that celebration.
I love that.
And that to me is simple, but I think that's going to speak to several people, including myself. I'm putting out my decorations tomorrow. Just kidding.
I was being taken, and that's why I love reading with you guys, because there's a whole story here. And the place they're taking that I'm being made aware of here is more of your core shifts. Like we're all shifting, we're all growing constantly, we're always in flux here and growing. And if you're here, I know, Diana, that you want to be a part of awakening and awareness and, moving in that collective conscious movement. And part of that shift is moving away from some lack feel here. Okay. So you're moving out of that lack. And I liked the words, some of the words that Lisa and both Lisa and Kevin used, and the celebration feeling, this emotional awakening and fulfillment, stepping into your higher self and so forth. But all that to say, Diana, is that's kind of where they're taking me, is that internal shift going on, and truly embracing who you truly are and releasing any of that pre-programming that is not does not serve you, that takes away from the truth of who you are. I love the use of the symbolism of the Christmas decorations.
I have a card I want to hold up.
Okay.
It says, success isn't what you have, it's what you do with what you have.
Oof, perfect. That's so perfect. Lisa, you're nailing it on this.
I mean, that feels really good. It really feels like your options are endless, really. It's almost like you can take whatever this information is and totally make it successful for you, whatever you define success as being for yourself. I mean, we're not talking money. I mean, it could be anything,
She's testing for her certification in holistic nurse coaching in December.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Look at this.
Okay. So release any of that lack and step into your abundance, because you are exactly where you need to be. So release any thought of lack.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it's my turn.
So
right.
Thank you for that question. And good luck. For sure.
Thanks everybody for being here.
Yeah, so great.
Mhm.
So
Everyone.
wonderful.
And for moderating in there and everything. Thank you.
Mhm. Thanks, Diana.
All righty. James, I had the woman I want to be with appear to me recently in a dream. Her name is named Kita, reassuring me that we will be together. Would you please tell me about our future?
Oh.
So
Wow.
I'm curious more about when she appeared to you, kind of what was the overall feeling like when you woke up like that? What were you feeling? If you could describe that feeling would be helpful. Sometimes what I'm being shown here is James, and sometimes we don't always want to hear this, but that sometimes our connection to our soulmates, we may because you're intuitive and sensitive like that, and you get these dreams and you have these visions and so forth. Everyone, like you move in the spirit, you can do that. Sometimes we connect to this soulmate that maybe the soul connection from other lifetimes and so forth, and we're remembering it here in this lifetime and in our dreams, and sometimes that reminder, that connection just kind of helps us in the moment, helps us out right then. Not necessarily that they're still a part of our lives and they continue to connect in and kind of help us along in that connection. But sometimes in the physical, it just may not be what we think it's going to look like. But rest assured, James, she is connected to you, supporting you, not in this lifetime. You to her as well with that connection.
He said, I was feeling happy being with her, and this came to me last Saturday morning when we were in bed together.
Okay.
Yeah. Debbie, as soon as you asked about how he felt, big energy in that. So that's the focus. They're not showing me the future of this, James.
Yeah.
But what they're making me feel is that regardless as if this is with them or not, that you will have that feeling. You have the potential to have that feeling, and that is more important than the material or the physical in that. That's what they want you to accept and embrace. Debbie, you also said the intuition. You have a very strong intuition. And so there's success in this. Yeah, it feels really good. They're not showing me what this looks down here. And they're like, and that's perfect. It's like, it's more important about capturing that feeling in this very moment. And you have the choice in that. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to skirt around this, but it feels really good. I hope that you get a sense of what is being felt there as the more important, I guess.
It's like enjoying the gifts of those moments that you receive. And
I'm so with you guys on all that stuff. It does feel like I too am not seeing the end game on this, but it feels like I'll just show you the card I've got because this is definitely. It just says be calm and keep going. Be calm and keep going. And I think it does have something to do with the sensation, the feeling. I think even the emotions that build up over your desire to be with her, it might get you a little anxious. And then when you have those dreams, it's a calming factor for you, that connection that you guys have. And it could very well be a memory of a previous life with her. It could be a memory of some aspect of her reminds you of some previous relationship or connection. The energy is there. The energy is real. There's something about being calm though, and just keep going. Like this isn't an issue you need to force at all. should it happen, it will happen. It's going to be beautiful. But in the time being, when you have these moments, it's like just be there and be present with that, and try to have that resonate for you is what I'm feeling. So cool. Very cool.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. We have time for another?
Sure.
Do one more and then.
Yeah, let's do one more. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Oh boy. Let's see if I can find one.
You're a dream one.
Yeah, I'll do my best, Deb. Hang in there, babe. Hang on tight. Let's see. Seascape.
Yay.
Seascape. I saw the word dream in there. All right. I dreamed I was walking my dog. A wolf was waiting for me and kept turning its head for me to follow. Then it ran toward me. I woke up and said, "Sweet Jesus." Your thoughts?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Let's see.
Okay, a wolf.
Oof. I stopped there. As soon as I heard that, I was like, go no further.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That's strong. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, Seascape. I am feeling very strongly about your spirit team reminding you of how powerful you are, that inner strength and power that you possess, and being loyal to your intuition and messages you get. You are, when a wolf presents, it's bringing in, remember your instincts. It's offering that energy and support of into your intuition, your intelligence, your your abilities, reminding you of that. And if there's anything that's off, not balanced, they'll kind of come in to remind you to step back into your power. They're super loyal, and they are very protective as well. So of their packs. So, that's what I'm being made aware of. You had a visitation from one of your totems.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. I feel like this is a continuation of James, and James, you're so welcome. In our place, our ability to be in choice. And so it came in like a wave of emotion, Seascape. So I don't know if you'd understand like all of the emotion that you've kind of been on or have been on in recent. And they don't want you to, I'm going to take that back. They're inviting you to just be in the energy of the hope and the hopefulness. And that's in this moment. So it's not to, we give a lot of energy to what's coming, but where they stopped me in the reading of this was the medicine that wolf was bringing in, where it's like the lone wolf is such a powerful energy, and then there's this lonely wolf. So it's like our choice in that we have a huge part in this. And so the kind of current of the emotion, it's like, don't get so caught up in that. And that goes for all of us. So staying in that grounding of being in the energy of hope of what's to come, that's excitement. And just to allow that to unfold feels just so good. So that's kind of what I'm being made aware of, Seascape.
Yeah, something I was picking up was that the fact you were walking the dog, but then the wolf came in. It's as if it was indication of a much larger thing happening. You're leading the dog, but there's something bigger approaching. And as what Kevin was saying, you know, the wolf, so much power behind that, and what Debbie was saying, that with, you know, the wolves in packs and the leadership factors and things like that. And I got a leadership card for you on this. It says leadership. You are no longer the supporting cast. You are the leading woman. Take the initiative and lead the way for others to follow. You will be judged by the company you keep and those you admire. So this is you taking charge here and being a leader in whatever that means for you in your waking life, taking charge, not being passive, getting in there, being proactive about your choices and decisions you want to make. You are that wolf. That wolf is an extension of you, is what I was feeling. So leadership.
All right. Beautiful, Seascape.
Right on.
Power. All right. Well, I do feel that we're at the end of time. Do we just want to share a card for everyone? Just an overall message, or do we?
Oh, we can. Yeah, let's do that.
Love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us today.
Thanks for all your generosity and all that stuff.
Support and all the moderation and continued support and love for each other is a big deal to me. So thank you for supporting one another in the chat.
I pulled a card from the new deck, the Healing Oracle. These are love letters to your soul, people. Love letters to your soul. And I love this card. It is the Worthy Heart. And quite simply, you are enough. You are enough.
Nice.
That's all I got. That's all I need.
Fusion of the light, colors of the soul.
So
Same.
Yeah.
There's no need, or there's no need to ever feel less than or inadequate. Everyone is here on the planet for a reason, and no one is any more or less important than another. The fact that you are here means that life needed your presence. You are enough.
Does it say you are enough?
No, that's what Spirit.
Oh God. Yes.
My card says connection. We are all connected by a universal sea of energy. All that you think and do will have an effect on the world. Reach out and connect with the world around you through love.
Yes, yes. Look at that web.
Connection.
Beautiful.
Lovely. Thanks, guys. I love reading with you guys. Thanks for being here.
Same. Thanks for having.
Yay. Thank you, Lisa, for hosting.
Sure. And thank you, everybody in chat, for being here with us and sharing your stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
Sharing your dreams and questions. So we'll see you guys around the internet, right? Have a good week.
Bye.
Love, love, love.
Bye, guys.